As I begin today's recording, I do want to let you know that if you do not wish to be present in the recording, all you have to do is leave your audio and video disabled at all times. Nothing that you put in the chat will show up in the recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Kristen, you're welcome to take over. Kristen, you're still
sorry.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, good morning. It's great to be here. We'll go ahead and get started. My name is Kristen, and I've been here before. I'm happy to be here again, and we'll do a hopefully a relaxing as well as invigorating chair yoga class. So if you would join me, please make your feet about hip width distance apart. Roll your shoulders down and back and sit up nice and tall. So no slouching in your chair right now. Pull your belly in and lift your chest up. It's almost as if I have your hair and I'm gently pulling you up toward the ceiling. Try to elongate your spine as much as you can. Close your eyes. Keep your hands on your knees or in your lap, however it's comfortable for you. And just take a few moments to ground yourself. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hips in the chair. Feel your shoulders as they pull down away from your ears. And your spine as it stretches up toward the ceiling. Take a big breath in through your nose. And let it out through your nose. Another big breath in through your nose. Fill up your entire torso. And exhale it out completely. One more full breath in. And gently let it out. With your eyes closed or open, your choice, interlace your fingers behind your head with your elbows out wide, keeping your spine nice and long. Just gently tuck your chin into your chest. You might feel a stretch in the back of your neck, down between your shoulder blades. Every inhalation, think about lifting up out of your waist. And then every exhalation, gently guide your chin a little closer toward your chest, feeling that stretch. Slowly release. Take your hand over your head toward your ear and stretch your arm out to the side, and then just gently pull your ear towards your shoulder. Being mindful that your shoulder isn't scrunched up or tense, it's relaxed and down away from your ears. And then you're just gently guiding your ear towards your shoulder. The more you stretch this hand out to the side, the more you're going to increase the stretch in the side of your neck. Take a big breath in and let it out. Switch to the other side, hand up and over. And depending on your flexibility or range of motion or your body proportions, you might be able to easily get your hand towards your ear, or it might be more toward the top of your head. That's fine. Shoulders down, breath in, and breath out. Big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, gently pull. And release, arms down. Take your hand down to the chair and your opposite arm up and over. Look up toward the ceiling. This will affect your posture, keeping your chin up and your chest up. Pull your arm up and over to the side, feeling a nice stretch in the side of your body. As you breathe in, just like before, you lift your chest. And then as you breathe out, you focus on the flexibility, pulling your arm up and over. And then working into a twist, take your arm either to the outside of your knee or to your chair. If you have an armrest, you can grab your armrest. Take your opposite hand back behind you. Big breath to pull up out of your waist. As you exhale, look over your shoulder twist. So that's kind of the cue for almost everything. As you inhale, you lift. And then as you exhale, you go for the flexibility. Come back through to center and we'll do the other side. So now grab your chair or your armrest or your knee and then bring your arm up and over, feeling the stretch in the side of your body. Remember, chin up, chest up, eyes up. Big breath in and out. Another inhale and exhale. Slowly bring your hand down to the outside of your chair or your knee. Reach back behind you, grabbing the back of your chair. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your shoulder twist. Breathe in, pull up out of your waist. Draw the belly in. As you exhale, look over your shoulder and twist. And slowly come back through to center. All right, let's do some neck and some shoulder rolls. Keeping your eyes either closed or open, whichever one feels better for you. Just gently tuck your chin into your chest and roll your neck. So slow, fluid, gentle movements. You might feel some, and even hear some snaps or some crackles in your neck, and that's normal. And then once you've done a few circles one way, then just gently go the opposite way. And come back through to center, and now our shoulders. So big rolls forward with your shoulders. Exaggerate the movement. So when you bring your shoulders forward, think about stretching the back muscles. As you pull your shoulders back, think about stretching the chest muscles. And reverse to the other side, going backward. And let's get our wrists involved as well. So hands up and gentle rolls with your wrist. Maybe to the outside. That's my natural movement. And then once you've gone one way, go the opposite way. And then a nice little fun trick, if you can do it, is you do one hand one way, the other hand the other way. And that's just working on our coordination. Can you do it? It's a little hard. And hands back to your lap. Okay, let's work into our waist. So hands on your knees. You might want to spread your feet out just a little bit wider, and we're going to roll through the back. So big rolls forward, pulling your chest forward, and then pulling your back toward the back of your chair. So you're going to roll one way, drawing the belly in as you go back, pushing the chest forward as you come forward, just loosening things up. And then just like before, you reverse. Whatever way you went before, now go the opposite way. And come back through to center. And now we'll do some seated sun salutations. So sun salutations are traditionally done standing, but they're easily done in your chair. And one of the most important things about sun salutations is that we're synchronizing the movements of our body with our breath. So I will tell you when to inhale and when to exhale. If that feels good for you, then do it. If it doesn't feel good, then you don't have to do it. Also, too, we are going to be dropping our head down. So be mindful if you start to feel a little dizzy because of the change of blood pressure, just go more slowly, or you can just watch until we're done. So you're going to come a little bit forward into your chair, feet about hip width distance apart, firmly planted into the ground. You're going to inhale as you stretch your arms up toward the ceiling, look up, and then exhale, slowly fold over your legs. Maybe you can touch the ground, maybe you can't. Either way is fine. As you inhale, put your hands on your shins and lift up halfway. You're going for a flat back. And then as you exhale, you're going to round forward over your legs. We'll do 3 of those. Inhale, arms up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, slowly fold over your legs. Inhale, hands on your shins, lift your chest, straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms up, stretch up, look up, maybe look back a little bit. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands on your shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. And exhale, slowly, arms down by your side. Great, hands back on your knees. And now we've done our torso, we've done the back. Now we'll do a little bit into the legs. So you might want to scooch back in your chair just a little bit. Lift your leg up. As you lift your leg up, you'll notice this big muscle group works in order to lift at the quads. Keep those nice and contracted. And then we're going to slowly do some circles with our ankles. So just so you can see me, maybe you roll your ankle toward the inside. Big rolls, keeping this muscle group nice and flexed. And then once you do a few one way, then go the opposite way. And we'll do the other leg. So drop that leg down, lift the opposite leg up. Make sure these muscles are flexed here, and ankle rolls. Maybe toward the inside, keeping your spine nice and long, and then toward the outside. We're going to come back to that movement in just a second, but now we're going to go into a few standing postures. We're nice and warmed up. Our upper body has been moved, our lower body has been moving, and now we're going to go into a few standing postures. If standing is not an option or not something that you feel like doing today, you can always do a lot of these things in your chair, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So for the warrior postures, we're going to do warriors first. If you choose to do it in your chair, you're just going to sit a little bit forward. One leg is going to come forward, and the other leg is going to go back. So you can see this looks like a warrior stance. It's going to mimic what we do when we stand. However, you're able to balance and sit in your chair at the same time. If you would choose to stand on up, and you can come either to the side or to the back of your chair. If you're in the back of your chair, you can use your hands forward and hold onto the chair for balance if you'd like. If you're at the side of your chair, you can make it a little bit more strenuous and only hold onto the chair if and when you need it. So the first warrior, your right leg is going to come forward, your left leg is going to go back. And now remember, with these warriors, you choose your depth. So if you want a more limited range of motion, a shorter stance, that's absolutely a good choice. You can do that. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you lunge down a little bit deeper. Not only does this work more on the strength of your legs, but also the flexibility of your thighs as well. So you choose what you do, right leg forward, left leg back, and then warrior one, arms stretching up over your head. If it feels good for you and you can balance, then you look up toward the ceiling. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. So just like we did when we're seated, the same rules apply for your breath. Every time you inhale, you're lifting up out of your waist. And then every time you exhale, maybe you can lunge down a little bit deeper. Your backside foot is at a 45-degree angle, and you press the outer edge of your back foot into the ground. And when you do that, you're going to feel your leg muscles wake up. Take a big breath in, let it out. And now we'll go into warrior two. Inhale. As you exhale, arms stretch in opposite directions. Right arm forward, left arm back. Be aware that you're, be mindful of that back arm. You can't see it, but you're strong and stretching apart. And then squeeze your shoulder blades in toward one another. All right, we're going to move with our breath again. So inhale, straighten your front leg, look up. As you exhale, come down to warrior two. That's one, two more. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. All right, flip your front palm over. Now we're going to reverse our warrior. Inhale, stretch your arm up toward the ceiling. Drop your back arm down your back leg. Look up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, right arm stretches up toward the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, rest your elbow on your knee and stretch your right arm up toward the ceiling. Look up toward the ceiling. Breath in, breath out. Inhale as you slowly come up, straighten the leg and step forward. We'll do that same sequence on the other side. So now your left leg steps forward. If you're on the side of your chair, you might want to come to the other side of your chair. Or if you're on the back of your chair, you hold on to the front. This time your left leg comes forward, your right leg steps back. And choose. Deep squat or deep opening of the legs, or a little bit more narrow and shallow, whichever one you'd like to do. Here again, outer edge of your foot, pressing into the ground. Backside foot is at a 45-degree angle. Maybe you work on gently pushing that back hip down and forward, and you'll feel an increased stretch in the front of the leg. Warrior one, arms up, stretching up toward the ceiling. Look up. Breath in, pull up out of your waist, lift your chest up. As you exhale, open up warrior two. All right, inhale, arms up, stretch up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg, look up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Take a breath in. Breath out, flip your front palm over. Inhale, reverse your warrior, stretch your left arm up, right arm tracks down the back leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch your arm up. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more, flip your palm over, look up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Stretch your arm up toward the ceiling. Look up, open the chest. Press your elbow into your leg and create space between your shoulder and your ear. Take a big breath in and out. Inhale, slowly come back up. Straighten the front leg and step forward, feet together. Warmed up and work the muscles of the legs. Now we're going to do a few balancing poses. Same thing applies. You can be to the side of the chair or behind the chair, whichever one works better. The first one we're going to do is extended leg raise pose. So I'm going to come to the opposite side of my chair because you're going to be grabbing your knee and you're going to be opening up. So it's helpful to be on the side of your chair of the standing leg. So my left leg is going to be standing. I'm going to be on this side of my chair. You're going to look at one spot that's not moving and then lift your knee up and hold your knee. Now, once you have this posture, holding onto the chair, you can work on letting go of the chair, knowing that it's always there if you need it for balance. Push your left big toe into the ground, contract the thigh muscles, pull the belly in. The stronger your core, the better your balance is going to be. The more focused and calm your mind is, the better your balance is going to be. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale. As you exhale, see if you can slowly stretch your leg out to the side, feeling the inner thigh stretch, challenging your balance. Now, if you'd like to go a little further, stretch your arm out to the side. And then maybe you start to shift your gaze, looking over your fingers. That will challenge your balance as well. Slowly bring it back to center and drop it down. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Standing leg, my standing leg is going to be next to the chair, holding on to it for balance if you need to. Find one spot that you're focused on, pull the belly in, push the right big toe down. Notice that your toe and heel are in one line, so you're not ducking out your feet or pigeon-toed. They're right in one line, sturdy and stable. And then lift your left leg up, hold your knee. Now, once you have that, if you would like to let go of the chair, go for it. Pull up out of your waist, roll your shoulders down and back. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, see if you can slowly open out to the side. And very slowly stretch your arm out. You can stop at any of these if that's in, outside of your comfort zone. And then slowly look over your fingers. Bring it back to the center and drop it down. Okay, tree pose. Coming back to the opposite side of your chair. Standing legs solid and straight. Now remember the options for tree pose. I know you probably know them by now. You can start with a kickstand. Now remember, if you're in your chair, you can start here or here. So it's a gentle little hip opener. If you are standing, you can do ankle, calf, or if you're feeling really adventurous, you can go all the way up to your thigh. Just try to avoid your knee. Pull the belly in, squeeze the glutes, lift up out of your waist. So try to get as tall as you possibly can. Roll your shoulders down and back and lift your chest up toward the ceiling. You can hold onto your chair for balance with one hand in the center of your chest, or if you'd like, then when you're ready, both hands together in the center of your chest. Remember, calm, focused mind, calm, focused breathing, core engaged. Take a big breath in and out. You can stay here or you can work to challenge your balance by stretching your arms. Breath in, breath out. You can stay here or you can start to shift your gaze. You'll notice that will make you wobbly. It's supposed to. And then maybe you get a little bit of movements. Maybe today it's little micro movements, maybe just moving your fingers, or big movements, really challenging your balance, and see if you can wobble a little bit and then catch yourself. Really great exercise to practice. And we'll do the other side. Come to the opposite side of your chair or behind your chair. Standing leg is next to your chair. Kickstand, calf, or all the way up to your thigh. Belly in, glutes tight, shoulders back, eyes forward, hands together. Breath in, breath out. Remember, at any time you feel wobbly, the chair is right there. And then slowly stretch your arms. Breath in, breath out. Slowly look up. And then, again, movement. Come to that point where maybe you almost feel like you're going to fall out, and then see if you can catch yourself. And release, leg down. Shake your legs out a little bit if you'd like. All right, so we worked on our balance. We worked on the big muscle groups of our legs. We're going to now work on our calf muscles. So for this exercise, you can come to the back of your chair. Now, I'm not going to, because you can't see me when I'm behind my chair. So I'm going to come off to the side, but to the back of your chair where you can lightly hold on to the back of your chair with your fingers. That's ideal. That's really good. All right, so feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to do this both standing and seated. So if you're seated, you're going to be doing a couple more of these. All right. So seated, you're going to come up on your toes. Standing, you're going to come up on your toes. Find one spot to focus on. Breathe in and lift your heels up as high as you can, holding onto that chair for balance if you need to. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can put your hands on your hips. And then exhale, bring your heels down and lift your toes up. And I have one foot that's not really cooperating. All right. Inhale, heels up, toes down. Come up high, high, high. Exhale, heels down, toes up. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to my chair. Inhale, toes down, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes up. Two more. Inhale, toes down, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes up. One more. Toes down, heels up, lift up, feel your calf muscles work. And exhale, heels down, toes up. And release. All right, come back to your chair. So we're going to do that same thing in our chairs, but we're still going to be working on the muscles of the lower half of your body. So just like we did before, go ahead and lift your leg up, your right leg up. And as you flex your foot and pull your toes back toward your face, not only do you feel this muscle group contract the front of your leg, hopefully too, you also feel a stretch back behind your calf muscle and maybe up through the calf, through the ankle and maybe up through the calf muscle, which are those muscles that we just worked. So pull your toes back toward your face, sit up nice and tall, no slouching, no rounding. Pull the belly in. Big breath. And then exhale, point your toes, stretching the front of your foot. Inhale, pull your toes back. Exhale, point your toes away from you. Still contracting this muscle group. That's what's holding your leg up. Inhale, toes back, heel forward. Exhale, point your toes, stretch the front of your foot. Still keeping that leg up, few circles with your foot. Stretch out the ankle. And other way. All right, let's do the other side. Lift the leg up, tap the front of your leg, make sure those muscles are contracted. Isometric contraction is what that's called. So you're not lifting any weights, you're lifting your own body weight up, building strength through your legs. Pull your toes back toward your face. Feel the back of your leg stretch. If you have tight hamstrings, you might also feel this in the back of the thigh as well, depending on your flexibility and range of motion. All right, inhale, toes back, heel forward. Exhale, stretch the front of your foot. Point your toes away from you. Inhale, toes back, heel forward. Exhale, point your toes, stretch the front of your foot. Inhale, toes back, heel forward. Exhale and point. All right, let's do a few circles. Maybe even going the opposite way. Okay, let's do a few exercises for your core. This is a seated eagle pose. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to lift your right leg up, just like you're crossing your legs. Depending on your flexibility, this might be enough for you right now. Most of us sit this way, but we're going to sit actively. So this is me relaxed. This is me contracted. I want you to think about squeezing your thighs in toward one another. And you'll notice when I do that, this foot, my heel, comes closer to the seated leg, right? That's what you want. You should feel your inner thigh muscles work. Maybe as you do this, you're going to feel a stretch in the outer hips, and that's a good thing. I'm good with that. And now we're going to get our upper body engaged. So arms out, kind of like cactus arms. My right leg is on top, so now my right arm is going to go under. Depending on your flexibility, if your hands are far away and you feel like this is enough of a stretch, you can stay here. You can grab your shoulders, or if you're a little bit more flexible today, I'm a little bit tight, you can have your hands like this. This is the beak of your eagle. When you do this, you're going to feel, at least I do, a big stretch in between my shoulder blades, and that's what we're going for. So now we're going to move with our breath and start to get our core muscles active. So squeeze the thighs together, working on the inner thighs. Inhale, look up toward the ceiling, lift your arms up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, try to touch your elbow to your top knee. Round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch in, round. And release. It feels good to stretch your arms up over your head and release your legs. So that posture, I really like that one. It's doing a lot of things. It's opening up the back and the shoulders. It's increasing inner thigh, or working on inner thigh strength, stretching the outer hips, and working on core strength at the same time. So lots of stuff is happening there. All right, we're going to do the other side. So now left leg up and over. Remember, it's not a relaxed passive sit. Squeeze your legs together. So at the same time, you're giving this instruction to squeeze the legs together. And as we move into other things with the upper body, you still have to keep those legs engaged. So don't forget about the legs. Arms out like cactus arms. My left leg is on top. So now my left arm is going to go under. Again, you can hold on to your shoulders. You can stay right here if that feels good. I feel a nice stretch. Or you can try to get your fingers a little closer to your palm. All right, here we go. Inhale, look up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Crunch in, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, look up. Exhale and crunch. And release. Stretch your arms up. And release the legs, arms down. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. And the final core work that we're going to do is a seated boat pose. And I'll go to the side so that you can see. Seated boat pose is great. It works on the lower abdominal wall. Actually, it works on pretty much your entire stomach, as well as your hip flexors. So coming to the middle of your chair, so we're not rounding or slouching, roll your shoulders down and back. Now, as you lean back just a tiny little bit, that's all it takes, you're going to feel these muscles start to work. If you're new to core work, this might be where you stay today. Totally great. You're feeling these muscles work, right? Engage. Shoulders back. So holding yourself here in this position is strenuous. If you want to start to go a little bit further, you can lift one leg up, and then we're just going to march. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. So if you're like me, I felt that through my entire abdominal wall. And then as we began to march, I felt it through my hip flexors. We're going to do another set of those. So I like to hold on to the chair. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can let go. If you let go, your arms are stretching forward. Lean back just slightly with as straight a back as possible. And then march. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. All right, so now we're going to stretch those muscles. So coming forward in your chair just a little bit, we're going to open up our chest and open up our belly. Hold on to the back of your chair if you can, and then look up. If you can't, you just stretch your arms back. You can also have your palms facing forward in this stretch, or hold on to the chair. And then look up and stretch, stretching through your throat, the front of your shoulders, your neck, your belly. Take a big breath in and out. And release. Now we're going to stretch the hip flexors. So staying forward into the front of your chair. This is a lot like that seated warrior that I showed you. So you're going to come forward. One leg is going to go to the side. This time, though, your emphasis is going to be not on the bending leg in the front. Your emphasis is going to be on the stretching leg in the back. Squeeze your glute and push your hip forward. You can either hold on to your chair here or the back of your chair. Now, when I do this, I'm already feeling a stretch through the front of my leg, through my hip. Now take the same arm, same leg, and stretch it back behind you, and you'll feel that stretch move all the way up into your torso. Take a big breath, lift your chest. As you exhale, pull your arm toward the back of the room. And release. We'll do the other side. So turn your torso. Stretch your leg back behind you. Now your emphasis is going to be on that back leg. Push the hip down and forward. Feel the stretch in the front of the leg through the hip. Hold on either to the chair, the handrail, or the back of your chair, and then increase that stretch. Take a big breath, lift up out of your waist. As you exhale, pull your arm toward the back of the room. Feel the stretch move into your belly. Big breath in and breath out. And release. Come back to the middle of your chair. So we did the front of the legs. Now we're going to emphasize the outer hips, one of my favorites. So take your right heel on top of your left knee. Depending on your flexibility, your knee might be coming way up. That's normal and it's okay. You're just gently trying to push that knee down, never ever forcing anything. Over time, with focus on this posture, your knee will gently begin to will come down toward the ground, opening up. And that's just a signal that you're starting to open up your hip. Now we're going to move with our breath again. I'm going to come a little bit forward in my chair. Anytime you're trying to stretch these big muscles in your hips, you want to be very mindful of your knee. So if you start to feel this inside your knee right here, you know that's your limit. You back off. A good way to start to protect that knee is keeping the foot flexed. So if you feel a little bit of tension in your knee and you flex your foot, many times that tension will kind of dissipate. So if that works for you, great. If you don't want to go any further, then you stay right here. All right. Pull your shoulders down and back, lift your chest, gently allowing the knee to open up to the side, and then gently with a straight spine, fold over that leg. As you fold over your leg, it doesn't take much. You're going to feel an increased stretch of the outer hip, as well as, at least for me, through the lower back. Remember, we're not rounding. You're not just drooping, right? Pull your chest forward, pull your belly in, and as you exhale, fold. And slowly come up. We'll do the other side. So plant the right foot down, left leg up, and you will notice that there's asymmetry in the body, right? So one side is going to be different probably than the other. If it's not, good for you. That means you're a little bit balanced. Flex the foot, being mindful of the inside of that knee. Pull the belly in. Take a big breath in. As you exhale with a straight spine, gently fold over that leg. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straight spine. Exhale and fold. And gently release. Both legs down. All right. So now we're going to do a couple more chest openers. This is a seated cat and cow. You're going to come to the middle of your chair, hands on your knees. As you inhale, look up toward the ceiling, stretching through your throat, opening through your chest, pull your shoulders down and back. I'm going to go to the side so that you can see me, because it's good to look at it from the side. So really see you pronounce that arch. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look in at your belly. Try to tuck your chin in toward your chest. Press your hands into your knees and round. Drawing the belly into the spine, feeling a stretch in the lower back. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale, shoulders down, chin up, chest up. And exhale, pull your belly in, look in at your belly, round through the lower back. Also, too, opening up through the shoulder blades. Inhale, chin up, shoulders down, chest up. Exhale, pull the belly in, look in at the belly, round. Inhale, chin up, shoulders down. Exhale, pull the belly in, press the hands into the knees, round. One more. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. And release. Roll your shoulders down and back. Okay. We'll do a couple more twists before we end in some stretches. But before we do that, we're actually going to get our hands involved as well. And so there's something in yoga called mudras. These are hand postures. They're designed, one, to help us focus, kind of like a fidget spinner type thing, but also two, helping the mobility and dexterity of our hands and our fingers. So the way we're going to do it, especially these are actually really good and gentle exercises. If you suffer from arthritis, the more movement that you can get gently into your hands, the more blood flow, and hopefully the better you'll feel. So this first one, have your hands out, stretching, and then you're just gently going to touch your index finger to your thumb. And then we're going to work down. So now middle finger to your thumb, ring finger to your thumb, pinky finger to your thumb. And relax. Now, as you do this, depending on your range of motion and your flexibility, this might be easy, this might be difficult. One thing to think about is when you're touching one finger to your thumb, you're trying to your best to straighten the other fingers that you're not working. So you're being very aware of all 10 fingers of your hands. All right, so hands out, palms facing up, and then index finger to thumb, straighten those other fingers. Middle finger to thumb, straighten those other fingers if you can. Ring finger to thumb, straighten those other fingers. And pinky finger. That one's hard for me. Straighten those other fingers. All right, one more round. Ready? Stretch your hands. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinkies. All right, stretch your arms. Maybe you interlace your fingers. Stretch them up over your head. I can't straighten my arms all the way, and if you can't either, that's fine. Now look up and then pull your arm up and over. Look up toward the ceiling, feeling the stretch through the front of your hands or the palms of your hands, as well as to the side body. Inhale back to center and exhale, pull your arm up and over. And relax. Roll your shoulders down and back. All right. Make yourself comfortable in your chair. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart if that's comfortable for you. Feet firmly planted on the ground. Roll your shoulders down and back and feel free now to close your eyes. So we systematically just work through your entire body, starting with your neck, down, or your head, your neck, your shoulders, down your arms, your chest, your back, your lower back, your hips, your knees, your legs, your ankles, and even your hands. So hopefully you feel both invigorated as well as relaxed. Now we're finally going to do a guided, gentle meditation. So sit back in your chair, close your eyes. Take a big breath in and let it out. Another big breath in and let it out. Relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Take a big breath in. Slowly let it out. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Big breath in. Let it out. Relax your belly. Relax your lower back. Relax your chest. Breath in. Breath out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your elbows, your forearms down to your fingertips. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks. Relax your forehead. Relax your scalp. Begin slowly to flutter your eyes open. Maybe come back up to a straight spine, shoulders back. And the final exercise that I'll leave you with is a breathing exercise. I'm not sure if I've done it for this class or not. It's called a Take 5 breath. It's great to show kids or anyone in your family. And the way that you're going to do it, you're using your body, you're using physical movement in order to kind of calm and focus your breath. So Take 5, there's lots of different variations. This is one that I like because you are using physical movement. You're going to take your hand up, make a 5, make the number 5 with your hands, really stretch them apart. You're going to take your other hand and you're going to trace the fingers of your hand. Every time you inhale, every time you bring the finger up, you inhale. Every time you trace your finger down, you exhale. Inhale up through your pointer finger. Exhale back down. Inhale, middle finger. Exhale back down. Inhale, ring finger. Exhale back down. Inhale, pinky finger. Exhale back down. And then, of course, you can also do the other side. Stretch your opposite arm. Inhale up your thumb. Exhale and down. Inhale, stretch up toward your index finger, and then exhale, trace it back down. Inhale up through your middle finger. Exhale down. Inhale up through your ring finger. Exhale down. Inhale, pinky finger. Exhale down. And release. Shoulders down and back. So most average people probably breathe about 16 breaths a minute. That's on average, which, believe it or not, throughout the day, that equals to about 23,000 breaths a day, which is kind of amazing. And most of the time we don't think about that. However, what we're finding, and these are yoga concepts that are now being proven scientifically, is if throughout the day we can become conscious of our breath and slow it down, it's better for our immune system. It decreases inflammation in the body. And of course, it's better for our mental clarity, focus, and stress reduction. So all of those exercises and taking the time to move with the San Antonio Library once every couple of weeks and breathe. Hopefully these are skills and exercises that you bring into your daily life to make you calmer, more focused, and healthier. Take a big breath in. Let it out. And then slowly, if you would like, hands together in the center of your chest. One more inhale. Exhale it out. All that is good within me honors and is grateful for all that is good within you. Together we say, Namaste.